Thank you for coming. This press conference is called by Southern Ads, a company having business, registered business and place of business in Johor. Right. Now, the purpose of this press conference is basically in relation to police reports lodged by Southern Ads close to a year ago, somewhere in March 2011, against a person, an individual known as Kamal Hisham Jafar. He was the director, plus he was also, his firm was engaged as a stakeholder for the said company. Now, this press conference is in response to his press conference and his several statements he has made for the last few weeks and few months. So the company feels that it also must come out and also to put things in its proper perspective, in its proper manner into what is going on. Now, I must inform the facts, the background of the facts here, that he was the director of the company. At the same time, his firm was engaged to do works for the said company. And his company forms as a stakeholder in some of the transaction with regard to the company. And the company discovered that there was an element of criminal elements regard his running of the company, namely element of cheating, breach of trust, fraud. And upon that, the company lodged a police report in March 2011, 31st March to be exact, in 2011. Now, once the report is lodged, he is no longer within the presence of Johor Bahru. He is allegedly to be in Dubai. That's in April, he says that he's in Dubai. Now, that is also a very odd situation, because the moment police report lodged against you in April itself, the very few days or few weeks down the road, you're no longer there available for the investigation, and then there goes a merry-go-round between the police and himself. Now, it is clear here, the report lodged by the company based on a commercial matter, commercial crime matter, a commercial alleged criminal activity. In this kind of situation, there are documents to show this nature. And these documents were discovered when an independent audit was done by the company. And when the independent audit was done by the company discovered these said offences being occurred. Now look here, that's where the company itself lodged a report to the police. Wants the police to investigate. The company followed the due process of the law to be transparent, so that independent party, the police force, will able to do the investigation objectively. That is what the company has taken steps forward here. Now, he has made statements which sometimes I feel there's no basis, doesn't attend to the issue itself. He says that the police tried to contact him, and therefore, before this police tried to contact him, and the police was successful, and then later on, police takes out an advertisement on whether that takes out a press conference by saying that they are unable to contact him and they want his presence. My question here is that, look here, we are the victims here. We are the one lodging the report. And as an independent person, the reasonable man will ask you, okay, when you come to know that the police is looking for you a month ago, 1.5 months ago, what have you done? Have you yourself volunteered? Have you yourself surrendered to the police and say, I am here to assist your investigation? Nothing of that nature has been done. And how do I come to know, how did the company come to know? Because upon the company engaging me as the solicitor, we have written to the police for the status of investigation under 107A of the CPC, requiring what is the status of investigation. And in the said status, we discovered that after his press conference, I think the police have given him a 111 notice under the CPC. 111 notice is basically requiring the attendance of a witness for investigation to appear. And that exercise by the police is futile. So till today, after almost a month in press conference, there's nothing. So the question rises, is it ikhlas? Where's the element of truthfulness? You're supposed to give cooperation, but where is it? And then here, he says that his words in his press conference came here, telah dianiayai. He's been victimized. No, the victim here is us, And we have lodged reports showing A, B, C, D. Reply to the reports, lah. We, the company, is also eager to have a closure on this matter. The company also wants to move on. The company also wants to know what they have is solid and truthful, which we believe, based on our documents, is there to show the criminal breach of trust, the fraud, and the elements of cheating. And his acts now, clearly, by not submitting, shows an adverse inference on his part. Adverse inference. What have you been doing? Come address the issue. Then he raises the issue of his security. He says that his security is jeopardized if he comes back, namely because, number one, police tried to contact him, but that's baseless, because previously police were able to contact him. No, I mean, just because of that issue, you're saying your security is jeopardized? Tak masuk akal. It doesn't jive at all. And the second reason he gave is because the immigration doesn't have records for him leaving the country. No, I mean, that is not regard to the charge. That is your personal matter, you take it up. And if there is the issue, you raise it, come in and explain. I'm sure there's an explanation for that. But the fact remains, the core issue, which I think we have to put forward so that the public understands, is that the victim here is Southern X. We have lodged a report. We have put this forward. And don't forget, almost a year. I think next month will be 1 year. These reports are there. And I must say, the investigation in this manner, it is not as fast moving. And the reports lodged by us are not something very difficult. It is clear evidence, documentary evidence, and white is white, black is black. You cannot run away from it. This commercial crime matters, which you cannot what do you call it say otherwise. The documents are there, unless you have some other facts to negate that. But nothing of that nature has been put forward, and this has been there. All right. So our client has been following the due process of the law. And don't forget, this is part of the investigation. So I'm not here to divulge what the police are doing, what investigation, because that is none of my business. The fact remains here is that the company has instructed us, a specific instruction is to put forward what is the allegation against him, what is it all about, and to come and put his version, if there's any. Now he says that what we pick up again, this is what we pick up from the press, because doesn't mean that we're keeping quiet, means you can be stepped all over the company. Alright? He says that certain confidential report has been classified. Now, me, how does he obtain the information? Even we don't have that kind of information. Is there unseen hands within him that he has got some privileged information? And he says that he cannot come here to Malaysia also because certain reports are not given to him, he cannot prepare his defense. Now, any lawyer, he's a lawyer, thankfully he's a lawyer, he should know. As a matter of practice, police force doesn't give you a police report for purpose of investigation. When do you get the police report? When you are charged in court. The documents under 51A is served to you. That's when you prepare your defense. He is saying that he needs the report to come to put his version. Now, are you presuming there is a case against you? Here you're required to attend for investigation. Don't miss that point. So that is what is happening here. And we feel that the company feels the core issue with regard to the elements of cheating, breach of trust, fraud has not been brought forward. The irrelevant matters are being brought. Whether he can be contactable, not contactable, he's been winning awards. No, that is all good for him. We wish him all the best. But fact remains here. The report against you, come and justify yourself. And if you claim that the company can abuse his powers and so on, it's ridiculous. We are the one, look here, we are the one who lodge a report. We are the one submit ourselves to the due process. Now, isn't that what is proper? And any person will do it. So until today, there's nothing on that creature, that steps has been taken part. So we wish to state that there must be he must come forward, he must assist, and stop putting wild allegation, wild statements, and address the issue. The issue regarding the police report, you address that issue. And nothing more than that. With that, we like to make this press conference as short and sweet to inform our perspective before we take your questions. To inform our perspective on the strict injunction of the client that basically they are the victim here. They have submitted themselves by due process of the law, The clients, as far as they're concerned, it does not matter whether the investigation done there or by commercial crime Bukit Aman. It doesn't matter, because our core interest is justice, fair play, and we want the due process of law.